Hello guys, welcome to JazzedTutorials. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you for clicking on this video. Also, please hit like. If you're new to this channel, also welcome, and also hit like and possibly subscribe. If you randomly stumbled across this video, do check out the rest of my channel. I do post videos that are Photoshop related at least once a week and you'll love them, I guarantee it, or your money back. Yeah. Anyways, so what are we doing today, guys? We are making what I like to call the defying gravity effect. And I'm calling it that because this video is inspired by a CD/album, or whatever you want to call those nowadays. It was called Defying Gravity. And I love the effect they used to make their album cover. It was cool, it was interesting. So I took all those elements apart that they did to make their album cover, and I recreated it in Photoshop to make my own awesome, lovely album cover. Shoot. Sort of thing. Alright, let's get started. So first of all, you want to open a photo. You want to have a photo that has a nice little background or a nice subject in it. So for me, I'm choosing this photo here. Now, what I've already done to this photo is I've already rotated the photo so that it's like horizontal and not vertical. So go ahead and make it look like that, or whatever I did, yeah, that. So twist it so that your photo is facing, your subject is facing in that way. Alright, once you've done that, you're going to duplicate that layer a second time, so you have 2 copies of that layer. And then we're going to hide the top copy because we're not going to use that quite yet. And on the bottom copy, we are going to add a motion blur. Now, you are more than welcome to adjust the settings of your motion blur as needed, because your subject in your photo might be more contrasty, might be more, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, for mine, I chose 90 degrees for the angle and 30 for my distance. But again, you're more than welcome to adjust those as you need them or as you like. Just as long as you have a nice little blur in that such. So you want to have it looking like that. Alright, then, once you have done so, you're going to go back to your original top copy that we just hid or got rid of. And you're going to then erase with a soft round eraser brush on a mask layer, might I add, because if you use a mask layer, it makes for easy work. In case you make a mistake, you can always go back and fix it. If it's not a mask layer, it's more harder to go back because you can only go and do a Control-T or Control-Z or whatever that is so many times. Anyway, so on that layer, grab a soft round eraser brush. I'm using 90 pixels, but again, you can choose any size you like, and yeah. So what you're going to do is just erase around it so that you have only the other layer showing, and it should look something kind of like that. Blend it in with your motion blur layer so you have some of it showing and some of it not showing. You see what I'm saying here? Right, blend it in nicely and all that. Alright, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to go back to your other layer, the main layer with the motion blur, do a Control-T, and we want to extend now the motion blur so that it kind of peeks out each side. So you get a nice little blur over here, and a nice little blur over there. Awesomeness, right? So it's kind of, going both sides. Then what we're going to do, again, is we're now going to merge both of those layers together. So take your copy layer and your regular layer and merge those into one to make a Control or Command E, and that will then make that one layer. One layer. Then again, grab your soft round eraser brush and choose a size that you like, and you're going to blend that into your other layer, your other background. So this, blend into that, blend it in both ways. Blah, blah, blah. And you can move it around as needed or whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. I already have that layer lovely and made, and that's what I have there. Looks pretty cool. So that's mine right there. I left mine on 2 layers, but you can of course merge them together if you want to. Totally up to you. And then what I like to do, because my photo needs more light and more color, I'm going to add a color balance adjustment layer and a brightness and contrast adjustment layer. But you guys can be the judge of your photo if needed for those 2, or one or the other. But I would at least add a color balance layer, if nothing else. So brightness and contrast on that to really brighten it up a bit. I just chose these numbers of 29 for the brightness and 34 for the contrast, but you guys may not need that, or you might need less or more, I don't know. You adjust that to your needs. And then for my color balance, I just added some lovely colors here on my midtones. I want to have a nice, like, crossed processy color type with a red in it. So adjust your midtones, shadows and highlights to give yourself a lovely effect that you see kind of there. You don't have to really go with my numbers. If you don't want to, you can adjust it to your settings. Every photo will be different for color hues and whatnot. So you should see something kind of like this. And once you have that lovely effect, you can now start adding in some text, if you want to. Or you can even leave it right here. I mean, this is basically the effect we're going for. But I like to add text because I wanted to make this as an album cover, so I went one step further and added my lovely font. So we have Avril Lavigne right there. Not sure why I have an accent all of a sudden. But, yeah. There you go. That's our defying gravity effect. It's very simple. And, yeah. I hope you guys like this lovely video. You could certainly add more to it if you wanted to. If you want to add a cool little star to that layer, you could. Let me add that brush set. I think it's called Assorted Brushes, is it? Pens? Yes. Where is it? Ah, here it is. So I'm going to add another layer above that. And this is just for me, guys. You don't have to do this, but I wanted to add a black star on both sides because why not, right? So that is my lovely album defying gravity effect. Hope you liked it. If you did like this video and you like this effect, hit subscribe and or like. And if you have any other questions, concerns, comments, or whatever, comment below, inbox me here, tweet me on Twitter, Facebook me. All my links for social media are below. Thank you for watching again, and that's it. Alright guys, laters. Bye.